Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to talk about new makeup releases. These are products that are already on the market or are going to be released. And because I don't get PR from no one, I have to be a little bit more selective about the products that are out here. And I feel like I should share them with you to see whether or not it's worth it, and also to get your opinion to see whether or not you want me to review them on my channel. So if you're interested in getting my thoughts and opinions, or to see whether or not I'm a purchase or pass on certain products, by all means stay tuned. But before you get all cozy, there is a subscribe button that's located over here. Alongside of it is a notification bell, and you want to make sure that you click both of them so you don't miss another video from your girl. So go ahead. They're right there. Click it. So before we get into what products we're going to discuss today, I will be listing the stuff that I'm rocking today down in my description box so then you know what exactly I am wearing. I will also leave a comment to make sure that you go look over there to make sure you see what I'm wearing, just in case you're wondering. I didn't do a tutorial on this look because I was actually shopping in my own products and I ran across a palette that I actually never have used before, and I just wanted to play around with it because I know I had to do a look for this video today. So if you were interested in me doing a tutorial on this right here, leave a comment down below and I will get it done for you. So the first product I want to talk about is the Huda Beauty, what's it called? The Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. This palette is $67. I'll be posting a picture right here or wherever, and let's talk about it, shall we? This palette has your metallics, your shimmers, and your mattes. Now, do I think this palette is pretty? Yes. Do I think this palette is worth $67? No. Do I think that this palette will work for someone of my complexion? I mean, there's a dark arm here, and the pastel colors, when I think of pastel colors, I think of Easter. We are in the fall, so I don't even know why this is out. Now, do I believe that you can rock any look any time of the year? Absolutely. But I don't know. So nonetheless, I'm going to pass on this because I don't feel like it'll work for me. But I think the shimmers are pretty bomb, but I do believe that I have something in my collection already that I don't feel like I need to purchase this. And again, not for $67. So moving on. So we're talking again about Huda Beauty, and she's pretty busy. So we have the Huda Beauty Nude Obsessions palette, right? Yes. And so she came out with 3 palettes, and they are a variation of nude. So you have the nude medium, the nude light, and the nude rich. And then the nude rich would be for a person like myself. These 3 palettes are $29, and I think they're very cute. It's one of those things, like, I have nothing against Huda Beauty, so let's start there because I don't want this to feel like, okay, I'm just talking about products that I'm just not going to get. If I didn't have nude shades in my collection already, then I probably would gravitate towards these little palettes. $29, 9 shades. You have your transitions. You have shades that can, make the look a little deeper, and it's for everyday use. So I think that it's worth the money, but I personally don't think I need it in my collection. Now, if somebody gave it to me, I would review it, but since that's not the case, we're just gonna go ahead and pass on this as well. So every year I try to look at the Pantone colors of the season to see, okay, well, what looks I could create in my personal life here on this channel, which I'm just currently now being consistent, so this sounds kind of sketchy, but I do look to see what are the season colors. And I don't know what's going on with the nudes, pastels, rosy color shade stuff. So the next palette I will be talking about is the Kat Von D Lolita Por Vida palette. Let's talk about Kat Von D. Now, when I really started to get into the makeup, I started to record videos. I rocked with her heavy foundation, loved it. I feel like that was the only her foundation, the Locket Tattoo Foundation, was the only foundation for me. Now her shade range is a little trash, but she has expanded and then she has grown. I don't know what has happened lately to where all of her new releases seem like she's playing it safe. But with this palette, you have mauve shades. It costs $49.50. It is limited edition. I think that it's a pretty palette, right? But I personally do not want rock shades like this on a regular basis. You know, I just don't, not to work or whatever. I mean, could I? No, because even the transition shade that I think that I would use in this palette, it'd be too orange for me to wear to work. You know what I mean? So it's not a neutral transition shades, and then you have the rosy shades where I feel like it's just unprofessional for me as a nurse. Now, would I say for you to get it? I mean, it's hard to say. If you don't have anything like this in your collection for $49, you have 18 romantic shades, and sure, why not? I just feel like she lost her spunk. I also feel like this palette looks like the Huda Beauty Nude Obsessions palette that we just passed. Kind of the rosy shade, mauve tones. And you can get that for $29, and you can get exactly what you need out of that 9 shade palette versus 18 shades that I feel like you probably will not use on the regular basis. I don't think there's a variety of shades in this palette for anybody. It's just mauve tones. Who wears the mauve tones every single day? Anyway, this is a pass. So now we have come to the ABH Norvina mini palettes. So you have the mini volume 1 and the mini volume 2. Now, they run for $29, 9 shades. I'm gonna put volume 1 and 2 together because I'm not gonna talk about them separately. 1, I already have all 3 palettes that I paid $60 each for. Now, I feel like they should have done these first, maybe. Not that I would have gravitated towards them. I think that the bigger palettes are the better palettes. I don't think that she should have done these at all, truth be told. I feel like the volume 2 palette looks like the volume 3 palette, so I don't understand why she didn't do the minis exactly how she did the bigger palettes, like for them to match. The volume 1 does look like the volume 1. They took out particular shades and rocked, and I don't feel like they did it justice either. The volume 1 mini palette, they put a bunch of pinks and purples in there. Like, nobody needs all of that. The volume 1 $60 palette has a good variety to where you can kind of rock any look. You can really make it, make your looks diverse and be more creative than this 9 shade palette, and it's just pinks and purples. Because I have the other palettes, I'm going to say a no, but I don't even think that these 2 palettes make any sense for anybody else. Who's interested in getting these, like wanted to give these a go before they bought the bigger ones? But trust and believe you me, the bigger palettes are worth every dime because they're very good. But if you feel like, you could just rock these shades alone, do you? I swear this is not an anti-haul. This is not an anti-haul. So quick disclaimer. All I did was go to the Sephora website, go to the Ulta website to see what their new arrivals were, and also kind of skim through Instagram, Trend Mood, and some of my favorite brands just to see what they're coming out with. And that's how we're coming up, with these. The next items I'm going to talk about, I'm actually going to kind of group them together because it is a collection. And this is the Makeup Revolution times Patricia Bright collab. I just had to get my thoughts together. So for those who don't know who Patricia Bright is, she is a YouTuber here on YouTube, and she has over 2 million subscribers. I think that's right. I'll put her information up here, and she's currently pregnant. Congratulations, Patricia. I wish you all of the best. So she just collaborated with Makeup Revolution, and she came out with 6 palettes. So you have 2 eyeshadow palettes that they are $25 each, and they are called the Rich in Life palette, which is more of your everyday kind of palette. And then you have the Rich in Color palette, which is your more colorful shades, right? And then she came out with 4 face palettes. So I said, well, I did say the eyeshadow palettes are $25 and the face palettes are $12. I will be purchasing the 2 eyeshadow palettes. Now, the face palettes, I feel like they won't work for me. Now, granted, Patricia is a dark skinned woman, and I'm pretty sure that she wouldn't put out a product that I wouldn't be able to rock, because I think her and I about what as far as complexion goes. But on the website, and I will be putting a picture up here somewhere, it just doesn't look like anything would technically work for me. And Ulta does not carry the face palette, so I'm unable to go into the store and swatch it to see whether or not it'll be beneficial. But I mean, $12, I guess I can just blow $12 to see how it is, but I'm not really interested in the face palettes, truth be told. But the eyeshadow palettes look bomb, and I will definitely be purchasing those. Okay, so Morphe is coming out with the 39L palette. It is the Hit the Lights Artistry palette, which is $42. This palette has 39 shades, just like the James Charles palette, just like the Dare to Be What? The James Charles palette, which is $39, the 39S, what is it called? Such a Gem Artistry palette, which is $35, and the 39A palette, Dare to Create Artistry palette, was $35. Why am I going to pay $42 for this? Now, with this particular palette, they collaborated with 4 different influencers. Each beauty influencer has their own little section and, kind of fit their personality and stuff like that. And I'm not moved. So the influencers they did collaborate with, it is Bianca Linares, Twee Lee, and I don't know, Cashel, and Victor Ramos. So sorry, guys. So when I look at this palette, I don't see anything different. It does look similar to the James Charles palette, but with a whole bunch of shimmers and glitters, and I don't need it. I think I even have all those shimmers and glitters that they have in their new and their newer palettes, and that palette's from before. I don't feel like I need anything else like this. So I was hoping they came up with something different. I do love Morphe as a whole, but I just don't like the whole setup of this palette and how it looks. Nor do I don't like the price. You just can't go from $39, $35 to then $42. Why am I paying for $42? Is it the glitter? Is it the shimmer? Because there's more of that in the palette. I don't get it. And no thank you. I'll pass. So for this next collection, I'm going to talk about, I have to be honest, I am very excited about. When I saw this pop up on my timeline, I was like, listen, finally a collection that it has me all right, I'm going to be on standby for this one. I haven't seen anything this good. You get excited when new products come out that you pick up. I want to go ahead and test it out. But this one right here is pretty bomb. And this is the Melt Cosmetics Amor Eterno collection. Now, the entire collection is $295. It is a value of $400. So I'm going to break down the collection to let you know whether or not I'm going to purchase the entire collection as is. Yeah, as is, or which products I'm going to go ahead and invest in. So let's go. So with the collection, you get the 2 palettes. You get a brush set. You get, I want to say, 4 to 5 gel eyeliners. You also get a highlighter, if I'm not mistaken, right? Oh, and 3 liquid lipsticks. So $295 at one time for all of that. Yeah, I'm not about that life. Now, granted, have I spent $295 on makeup? Never at once. I can't do it because you got bills. But if you really want the collection, you get everything in its entirety, and it's a $400 value for $295. Pretty good, I suppose. But no, thank you. I'm not doing the entire collection. Collection. So the first palette is the Vida palette, and it is $58. and it's the warm tone palette, and I'll put a picture up here. I did purchase it already. Now this collection will not be out until Black Friday, so that's 11/29. It won't be out until then, but I guess they were doing an early bird kind of situation, and if you got an email, they give you a password to get access to the collection. And I did purchase this palette. I purchased this one in the Muerte palette, which is the one I'm about to talk about next. So $58. It is a little steep. There isn't, to truth be told, there really isn't a lot in this palette that is like, you know, iconic, something new. You have your yellows, your browns, your oranges, something we have seen before. But if you go onto the Melt Cosmetics, IG page, and the pigmentation, that comes with it, I am moved. And even the arm swatches they have up here, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna rock with it. So you'll be seeing this palette on this on this channel very soon. And so the next one is the Muerte palette. And this palette has the burgundies, the blues, and the greens. And I think that this palette all by itself, how it looks. Now, granted, you can't be fooled by the Instagram photos and the filters and the photography and altering what it might look like. But if you go onto their IG stories and you see people who have already, who already has the palette as far as, PR or whatever, you can see that they're not playing around with the pigmentation. It is nice and deep, perfect for the fall and winter looks. I love it, and I did buy it. Now, with Melt Cosmetics, they do have, I guess, an affiliation with Zezel. Zezel is like Afterpay, and I did partake in the Zezel. So I only had to drop $50 for the two palettes, and then I make additional payments. I'm not embarrassed to say that. I mean, to drop $120 something all at once for some makeup, I can, but I just didn't want to. So it's fine. That's what I did. And for the highlighter, is called Iluminación, the digital dust highlight. It is $39. It's an iridescent pink highlighter. It has the whole skull, and as you can tell, this, that I don't know if you knew, but Melt Cosmetics is a Latino-owned brand. The owner of the brand is a Mexican, and it's a tribute to the Dias de los Muertos. I'm not Mexican, so I can't really tell you about the whole culture of it all. I don't want to sit here and misspeak in reference to the culture, but she is Mexican, and everything that she had put into the collection is in Spanish, and I dig that wholeheartedly, and that's one of my reasons to why I definitely wanted to support this collection. I know Melt Cosmetics is not new. They had a few lipstick shades, names that I really wasn't feeling. I wasn't vibing because I really know where their headspace was with the Lord. But I decided to give this a go. I know where my headspace is with Jesus, so got to pray over everything. But I'm just keeping it all the way honest. I know that they're not new, but they are a Latino-owned brand. But anyway, so with the highlighter, it is an iridescent pink opal highlighter. And I don't know. This is gonna go into the tal vez maybe pile. $39 for one highlighter, an iridescent pink. I know I have this. I know it's deep down back there. I know I have this, so I'm not sure. So maybe, and the only reason why I would get this highlighter is because it is a part of the collection. It has a skull on it. It looks pretty fly. Like, I'm not gonna, lie. I think it's cute. So perhaps. So the next part of this collection is the Amor Eterno, the liquid lipstick set. You get the three liquid lipsticks for $40, and they actually run $19 a piece. So you save about $17 if you were to buy the entire collection, and I feel like that is a steal. $40 for three liquid lipsticks. I think it's a go. I didn't get it with the palette because I'm like, an orange, a pink, a purple. I mean, I know I have those shades, and I'm like, that purple, what's it called? It's called Mariachi. It's a royal purple. Oh, if I don't get the other two, if I don't get the entire collection, then that shade I have to get. I think it's so dope. It has a nice little, is that a shimmer? I wouldn't want to, I don't know what to call it, but a metallic-y kind of purple. And I just love it. And purple is my favorite color. So if anything, I will be getting that shade. So the next part of the collection, you have the gel eyeliners. I don't want to keep saying I don't know. You already know that's the name of the collection. And for the gel eyeliners in that set, there are 4 shades for $55. This is also going into the maybe pile because I'm not really sure what I would do. Like, I could do a lot of things with the colored gel eyeliners, but gel eyeliners dry out. Even though I don't know if it was I think it was on her IG story that she was talking about that these gel eyeliners do not dry out, and they actually run $19 a piece. So you do save $21 if you were to get the entire collection. And you have you have Santos, which is a bright ocean blue, Immortal, which is an intense black. I think they already had that a part of their collection. Fortuna, it is a deep emerald green, and Cultura, which is a cinnamon orange. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So it's a maybe. So it comes out now. If you get it from Sephora, because they will be carrying this collection in Sephora, you will not have the opportunity to have the sets. So the only way that you can get them in the collections and their appropriate sets, you have to go to Melt Cosmetics to get it. So maybe. So the last piece of the collection is the brush set, and it comes with 6 brushes for $80. This is a no. I'm not going to purchase. I am passing on this one. It's a hard pass. And this is why. I have a lot of brushes. That's one thing that is just like, you know, it looks pretty and everything, but $80 for some brushes for 6 of them? No, I have a monthly subscription. I get 5 to 6 brushes every month for $20. Yeah, we're not doing it. Now, they might be a different quality from Morphe, but I'm not into the flash. I'm not into the packaging. We've talked about this, right? So $80 for some gold brushes, they're nice. If I were to get them as a gift, I would say thank you and appreciate them. But since I know that I will be purchasing my makeup by myself, which I normally do, oh, because I was real hell-bent that I'm not going to get these brushes. They range from $12 to $25 a piece. So of course, you know, you have maybe like the eye brushes, you know, the blending brushes that might be $12, and the face brushes that might be $25. And again, that goes back to no, we're not doing this. And for my final product, it is JD Glow Cosmetics. They are coming out with 8 to 10 eyeshadows. They have not dropped. I'll leave up here wherever I can fit it in. Their new eyeshadows. I love them. I love their shimmer shadows. Their I want to say it's called Medellin or I don't know, but it's a metallic. Their metallic collection. And their Galaxy collection eyeshadows are bomb. They are highly pigmented, and they're coming out with some new shades. Their eyeshadows range between $7.50 to, like, I don't know, $16. I think the $16 eyeshadows were those duochromes or the multicolored eyeshadows. I didn't get those because those particular eyeshadows, the pan sizes changed. So they had like those 25 or whatever size, the bigger pans for $7.50. So I couldn't go from paying $7.50 to $16 and then you shrinking. I mean, I understand that these eyeshadows might shift or whatever. I just couldn't do it. But they are also Black owned, and their quality and eyeshadows are sickening. So nonetheless, they're coming out with new eyeshadows. My guess is they're going to come out with these new shades around Black Friday, but they haven't dropped a date yet. So I'm looking forward to purchasing those. So the products I showed you today, was there anything that tickled your fancy, or you're also giving them a hard pass? Let me know down in the comment section. I'm just interested in what people are into, what you like. Was there anything in this video that you saw that you may want me to review? Now, I cannot. I understand that Huda Beauty and her daggone Pluto retrograde or whatever it is pretty to look at, but please be mindful. would it look good on me before you start requesting. But anyway, let me know down in the comment section what you think of this video. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to connect with your girl on social media, you can find me on everything Talia's Eye Candy. That's on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. You can also check me out on my Beauty from the Inside Out 365, where I am tracking my weight loss journey and leaving positive inner beauty stuff over there. So yeah, and I will catch you all in the next. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.
Llegó la mami que todo desespera, te deja boca abierta.